Welcome to another edition of Trailblazers, and today I've got somebody very special, Gursharan Singh, Secretary General of the Paralympic Committee of India, and somebody who's contributed to this movement for more than a decade. And today what Paralympic Committee of India is could well be a contribution of this man. In fact, I know that for certain, and he has been on my show in the past, and I'm going to quiz him today here in Delhi. Sir, aapne mere ko pehle bola hai, and I'm asking you this question again. You've told me that in the Para-Asian Games, India will win 100 medals. Today is 50 days to go, almost 50 days to go for the Asian Para Games. Will you confirm that to me on record for my show?
Yes, definitely we'll be winning not 100 but more than 100 medals, and maybe up to 120 medals at the upcoming Asian Para Games to be held in Hangzhou, and it will be an historic performance, and it will also be that the India will be participating in 18 events out of 22 events as against 13 in the last Asian Para Games.
This is the big thing, that the number of events in which India participated has gone up. So the same will happen in Paris. Can you please tell my viewers?
Yes, definitely in Paris 2024 Paris Paralympic Games, we'll be participating in more than 11 sports, and we'll be winning around 35 medals, minimum 35 medals, which we expect, as against 19 medals which we won in Tokyo Paralympic Games.
So where is this confidence coming from? I mean, in able-bodied, we are struggling to touch 10. Here you are talking about 35 medals at the Olympic level.
You see, we are working at the ground level. We know what are the performance of our athletes. There are some events like athletics, swimming, shooting, where the performance of the athletes are measurable. So you know what is their world ranking based on the current performance of our athletes. We know that we are sure we'll get 35 medals in the Paralympic Games. Mm-hmm. Even before going to the Tokyo Paralympic Games, we declared that we'll be getting at least 15 medals. We got 19 medals. So we are very confident that we'll be getting around 35 medals in the coming Paris Paralympic Games.
Sir, when I see Rio, that is when the real transformation started, and you were at the helm. 4 medals in Rio, then 19 in Tokyo. What has the PCI done? I mean, how has this change come about? Because on this particular show, I've interviewed Ajit, I've interviewed Sachin, I've interviewed Rubina, I've interviewed a lot of your athletes, Sumit, and everybody tells me that they've got a lot of support from the federation. Tell me a little bit about the working of the federation.
You see, we have given complete independence to the athletes for their coaching, for their coaches, for their international exposure, for the equipments which they want, for the national coaching camp where they want. All those independency which we have given to athletes, they are performing very well. We have only been supporting athletes with the financial assistance, with the logistics, with the administrative support. What we need to do is that unless we give this support to the athletes, they will not be able to compete at the international level. Now, since 2016, we have not missed even a single IPC accredited event for our athletes to compete. Unless they compete in the international IPC accredited events, they will not get the ranking, world ranking, by which they will be having the quota allocations for the Paralympic Games. This we have done since 2016. We have put in a lot of resources, and of course Government of India has given good support, SAI has given good support, corporates have given good support, our sponsors have given good support, and of course the PCI staff, PCI coaches, they have contributed enormously to put their performance level at a platform where today we can say that in athletics, in shooting, in badminton, we have the world's best team.
You do, I mean, because if you see, the record, for example, multiple medals in Tokyo in badminton, whether it's Pramod, whether it's Krishna, whether it's Manoj getting a silver, whether it's among the women as well. This time also, the last competition in Sheffield, all of India's top stars won para badminton medals. Take shooting, You have a number of medalists there, whether it's Avani, whether it's Rubina, and the number keeps going on and on. And of course, in Paris Paralympics, Sumit broke the world record. We had Asian records from Sachin, from Ajit, and a number of athletes. So what Gursharan is saying is spot on. One important thing, sir. You have now sort of made a joint program with the Indian Army, which I really like. Can you talk to my viewers about your partnership with the Indian Army?
Paralympic Committee of India has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Indian Army, whereby we are engaging the disabled soldiers of the Indian Army into the Paralympic sports. This has changed the scenario in the army for the soldiers completely, because the confidence which we have given not to the disabled soldiers but also to the others, that in case of any casualty which they have during the service, during the war, they have a platform to fall back upon to engage themselves for the name and glory of our nation. So what we have done is that by engaging disabled soldiers into the Paralympic sports, not only we are gaining in terms of athletes' performance at the world level, but also PCI is also gaining by utilizing their facilities, infrastructure, and the name of Army when clubbed with Paralympic Committee of India.
No, this is a fantastic initiative, make no mistake, because the Army centers are now accessible to our para-athletes, and that is something that is incredible. So when I see the stories, take Bhavina Patel, who you've supported a lot. Bhavina was on my show, and she says, जब मैं टोक्यो के पहले लोग मुझे आके कहते थे अरे तुम तो बोझ हो, तुम तो ये हो, फलाना ठिकाना. Now the same villagers come to my house and says हमारे बच्चे को भाविना जैसे बना दो. Do you feel that ultimately the thing about equality, about sensitivity, about becoming a better India, that is what is being served now through the movement?
Yes, definitely it has transformed the society by, we have engaged disabled persons, disabled athletes into para sports, where they have performed well for the name and glory of our nation. They have won medals. They have transformed the society in a way that previously they were dependent on their families, on their parents, on their friends. Now the same dependents have become independent. Now their family is dependent on the athletes. So it has completely transformed the society, and I can see that the inquiries and the emails or the support which these para sports are giving to their wherever they are staying, to their neighbors or to their friends, wherever, every athlete now aspires to become a para-athlete and to win medal for the country, so that from dependent they become independent.
This is again correct, that somebody like Yogesh Kathunia, for example, has set up his own academy where he is giving it back to other para-athletes, which is an important step in trying to achieve equality. Two final questions before I let you go. One, there is still a lot of, people watch this show a lot and come back to me saying, how do we get to know what is our classification? How do we become an athlete? Sir, where this information, should they come to the PCI? Should they come to who? How does one become or get to know what is their discipline?
No, they can contact PCI also. They can contact the information which we have on our website, on the website of the International Paralympic Committee, or on the website of the international federations who are accredited to IPC, like World Para Athletics, World Swimming, World Parachuting, or the International Table Tennis Federation. They can go to their site, they can write to them, they can contact us, they can contact our our members in different states in India, so they will get all the information.
Okay, finally, ये सर इंटरव्यू खेल दिवस का वीक में हो रहा है, 29 अगस्त, 50 दिन बाकी है एशियन पैरा गेम्स में. व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट स्टेप? मेडल्स तो आपने कर लिया है, एक चेंज भी हमें दिख रहा है. व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट स्टेप दैट यू एज द सेक्रेटरी जनरल वांट टू अचीव एज फार एज पैरालंपिक मूवमेंट इन इंडिया?
What I can see is that the performance which our para-athletes are giving to the nations at the highest sporting arena of the Paralympic sports, I can with the confidence say that this is the only sport, Paralympic sports, where India can achieve very high position in the world in Paralympic sports, which other sports I can see that other sports is not able to attain, but Paralympic sports will attain a position where every Indian will be proud of.
I'll let you go there. I mean, that's the whole idea, that, ultimately it's a country which invests in its para-athletes. It's a better country. Through sport, it's a prism through which you become a better society. And that's what Paralympic sport helps India do. Thank you, Gursharan ji. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you and your team all the very best for Hangzhou and also for Paris. Thank you very much for doing what you are. We will keep promoting Paris sport. We'll keep celebrating our champions, and we will document every single event to the best possible manner on RevSportz. Thank you very much for watching.